Hi, Nicole. I'm combing through your Lab Zero assignment here, and the first thing that I noticed here was that you stated your variables here, but you declared them down here, and that is one way of doing it, but it adds more work to the process. The best thing to do in this situation is to make your statement and your declaration all in the same uh, line, like that. Okay, and that way you don't have to, and I'm going to comment this out. It's going to bug us. That way you don't have to do double the work by declaring your variables in a separate area. So that was the first bit of feedback that I had. And then the second bit is down here with the extra credit, and I'm going to comment that out again. The idea here was to declare a variable called mom, and then a variable down here called dad, and then output these to an alert. Now, the alert is it's a global object. So, or sorry, window is a global object. So you can call the alert method um, without using the window dot. All you have to do is this, and that will pop up an alert. And then you pass all of your variables and strings and whatever else it is that you want to pass in there inside the parentheses. So I'll comment that out until we're ready to use it. But the idea here was to string hello, string plus um, variable for mom, space and space, and then add on the variable for dad, and then uncomment it, and then that will, oops, forgot the plus signs there. And then you got hello, mom and dad. And we'll add another space in there, and that will make it look appropriate in the alert. Okay, that is the ES5 way to do this. And I noticed that you're catching on to this stuff kind of quick. So I'll introduce you to an ES6 version, and I'll give you the opportunity to look up ES5 and ES6. ES5 is the previous version of JavaScript that's still heavily in use today, and most of this class is based on ES5. But ES6 is a newer version of JavaScript, and it came out in 2015. And this textbook that we're using came out in 2014, so it's not, you're not really going to find a lot of ES6 in there. Actually, you're not going to find any. But I will show you the way that, and I'm going to go ahead and fork this, and then I'll send you back the link for this particular one. All right, so var is a global reference, and that's kind of what's been gotten rid of in ES6. If you declare var outside of an object and then you try to declare it somewhere else inside of an object, it can get confused and it can kill your program at runtime. So in ES6, what they came up with was constant. Okay, so if I did constant mom equals mom, and then constant dad equals dad, and then I want to send an alert, and again, I'll comment this out until we're ready to use it. Okay, if you use these, they're called backticks, and it's the key to the left of the number 1 if you're on a Windows machine. If you're on a Mac, I'm not sure exactly where it is, but it's to the left of the number 1, directly below the escape key. And all you have to do is hit 2 of those, and then inside you can type out your message. You don't need all of the the plus signs and the extra spaces and all that junk that takes time and is difficult to debug sometimes. All you have to do is call $, and you can put in regular spaces, mom, and another $, curly braces, dad. Okay, and you can even put a little period there, and it's much, much, much easier to write. And then that will now pass to the alert the same way. It's just easier and simpler to write than having to write all these, having to manually embed all of the spaces and so forth. So I will save this and I will pass this back to you so that you can hopefully learn from it. If you have any questions, please let me know.